All right, Captain Jeff here, replacing a Bomar lens right here. Sometimes you have crew that stands on it and breaks it. It's happened 3 times now. Super easy to change the lens out. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. First thing you're gonna do is you're gonna unscrew the latches here and take those off, and then we'll go up top and I'll show you the rest of it.
The glass is not coming out yet.
It's still gonna be stuck in there. Ready?
Oh, there he goes. We're filming.
Yep, see? Pulls right out.
Ooh.
There's the crack. And then you could save this to play with. All right. You want it, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay, that's yours. All right. Okay, now you want to take this seal out. Okay, and then using your knife, you're gonna get all of this
Black stuff out.
all this black stuff out. So you use a knife and just scrape it all out really good until it's clean. All right,
Rolling.
All right, so we've cleared out all of the silicone really good. Now we have our new acrylic top, and we use this black Dow Sil 795. So, a couple things you want to do, you'll learn this the hard way sometimes, is you want to take this plastic stuff off only one side. And I'll explain to you why you only want to do one side. All right, so now what we're going to do is take our painter's tape and go all the way around the edge, overlapping a little bit. I'll show you why in a second. Now you're gonna make sure it's nice and stuck on the edges here. Then you take your razor blade you don't want it to and then you go all the way around. All right, so I put the tape on. You're gonna want to cut it so it's a nice clean edge. Push it down really good all the way around. All right, now I may not do it this time, because what you do is you center this thing in, and then you squirt your silicone all the way in the edge, and you take a putty knife and get a nice, you make it nice and smooth all the way around, and then you peel the tape off, and it gives you a nice clean edge like that. So that's why you put the tape on. I would say typically you leave this protection on so you don't have to do the tape like I just did, but it's so hard to get off that we may peel it off and use tape and do the same thing on this. All right, so we decided to peel the protective cover off the plastic because it's been sitting on there a while. It was really hard to get off. So we're doing tape on the plastic, the acrylic window now. Same thing, nice clean edge. So when you peel it up, that silicone comes off with the tape, the excess silicone. All right, so we put tape on the edges, nice clean cut. Now we're gonna use our Dow silicone, put it in our grease gun, our silicone gun, and you're gonna just squirt it in there. And then after you squirt it all the way in, you're gonna take, I'm using my Boat US card. If you don't have one of those, you're a boater, you should have one. And then you're gonna scrape a nice, I usually use like a putty knife, but you're just gonna scrape it like that all the way around. All right, so now we've put tape on everything. And then I almost forgot, you gotta put the seal back in. You see I put the rubber seal back in, because this plastic rests on top of it, or else you won't get the seal in. So I also cut some holes where my tape goes. I'm gonna put the hardware back on so it pulls this thing down. So you wanna make sure the lens is centered all the way around, like even all the way around. Put the hardware back in and close it down so it'll keep it nice and tight. All right, Captain Jeff back at our replacing our hatch cover. What we realized when we were doing it the other day, that our Dowsill 795 was expired and hard. So we got a new one. We're gonna poke it in here. Oh, that's much better than the last one. Load up your gun here. Get a towel out. Wipe that off. And then you're just gonna go all the way around and just fill up the gap. Yeah, much better. It doesn't matter if you go over a little bit because we're gonna scrape that off. So you can go all the way around. Just like that. And on these corners, it takes a little more material because there's like a gap down there you want to get filled in. Okay. Okay. Oh, look at that. All right, now I usually use a putty knife, but I forgot it again today. And you take a card, just scrape it off. So now all you're gonna do is pull the tape up. All right, so we've completed the job. Took a little longer than expected because of our silicone that was bad, but we put some tools on it just to keep pressure on it, holding it down, but you'll be able to see how nice the bead is. All right, so after you remove the tape, you should have nice, clean bead of silicone all the way around. And then just let it dry for a day or so, and you're good to go. That's it. Like my video.